Hello everybody and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out something called Grow. This is another game from the Game Jolt Peace, Love, and Jam competition where developers were tasked with creating non-combative, harmonious experiences, and well, the premise here is definitely that. What we've been given is a big old expanse of land, all of which is pretty much desert with a couple exceptions, a little bit of green over there by those rocks. And basically we've got to create a nurturing wilderness environment for our offspring, who seem to be spawning rapidly out of that little igloo there in the center. So this is our character. As you can see, a rather alien-looking creature with very long arms and a bulbous kind of egg-looking head with kind of a creepy one bright eye. But, you know, we make do with what we've got, and I have to say the general presentation of this is quite nice and quite strong, but it is actually very early in development. This is actually, I think, just sort of a proof of concept / prototype, so at this point there's quite a few issues, and we'll talk about those in a second, but I do want to warn you if you have any issues with seizures, epilepsy, photosensitivity. In case I do clip the camera wrong, it can cause the whole screen to flash and flicker a little bit. There isn't anything really intrinsically flickery about this game, but just one of the errors that I've run into a few times does in fact demonstrate that that's a bit of a problem. Okay, so here's another problem, unfortunately, and I don't mean to bash this game by any means. I understand completely that this is a prototype, but I wanted to cover it because I think it's actually quite cool and I really like the idea of it. But it looks like our AI companion here has perhaps had a little bit of difficulty with the pathing and sort of has dematerialized or teleported to some other part of the world. But you'll notice actually we've had a transition from day to dusk and now to night, and it's actually quite picturesque. There's a lovely starscape. Oh, and there's the flashing I mentioned. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know quite what causes it. Something to do with the planes and the... Oh, we're upside down now. Alright, come back to me. We can do this. There we go. I guess I kind of snuck under the ground or something. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, it's a lovely looking area. And we're going to fill it up with trees and grass and all kinds of things. So, the number, you're probably wondering, what are all the numbers about? There's a number next to my character. That's how many seeds I have. As you can see, it drops every time I plant one. There's a 7 over one of those buildings, which I believe has to do something with our water, which is like, you know, the resources that we're going to turn into seeds, essentially. And then the 17 above the building, I believe, is the offspring that we currently have. And I'm not really sure if there's any metrics that we need to worry about, like, keeping them alive and happy or anything. For now, it's more just like, can we fill up this space with lots and lots of green stuff? And that's kind of what I'm off to do. But yeah, I've lost my friend again. He's going to go wander over there for a bit. I guess it's nice to have a certain level of autonomy. But, you know, aside from the graphics, which again I find quite nice, it's also got a very soothing soundtrack. And although it's just a rather short loop, even the way it is right now, is quite lovely, and it's definitely a placid, relaxing experience. One other thing that I've run into, and I think the developer even mentioned this on the download page, is there's actually some issues with unoptimized data, or, you know, objects in this particular instance, and it's resulted in quite a few frame drops as we get on into, you know, further into this, where we're going to have a lot more offspring, because they just keep on spawning indefinitely, it looks like, and there's not really any end to it, and we know that's probably fine. I think we'll be able to accommodate it, but for the moment, there seems to be certain viewpoints that you can hit that just cause the frames to drop to just about nothing, and then you go around a corner, for some reason everything is, like, back to normal again, and I don't know, might have to do with shader effects, might have to do with dynamic lighting, might have to do with just the sheer poly count of them, animations, who knows what. I mean, like I said, the developer probably knows, but I don't. So the other thing I didn't mention is you can actually scroll your mouse wheel and create different things, and in this case, having some lovely trees around I think would be a boon. So we're going to plant a few of those wherever our creature decides to walk. I think I'm just going to kind of plant them around. And the nice thing is, as time goes by and maybe a day or so passes, we'll actually see those trees grow up into slightly more robust, bigger trees. As well as, I'm sure you probably noticed already, the grass that we planted has already sprouted and become a little bit more thick as well. Thick and lush, of course. And I was just thinking, like, this would be a really cool thing if it was developed much further. We have potentially, like, a really big landscape that we could choose a specific spot that we wanted to maintain our offspring's lives in. Maybe there would be predators we had to watch out for. Maybe we had to build a certain spot for a certain reason because our offspring has a sensitivity to a type of something or other. And I know this shouldn't probably get too far off the main track, which has been a non-combative, combative, placid, sort of just relaxing experience, but it would also be kind of cool to take this to a sort of a Pikmin level. At least I would find it that way, but you know, I'm totally cool with either way. So I don't know if this character wants to like calm down and stop walking through everything, but you know, I've planted my waypoint here. If you could like come back over here, I'd really appreciate it. We've got 37 offspring, and they seem quite happy wandering about in the grasslands that we've planted right now. I'm probably not going to achieve my goal of completely turning this whole area into a lush oasis, but I did just want to kind of show this off, because I have a feeling this is going to be a cool experiment if it gets continually developed and, you know, improved upon, added to. I could definitely see turning this into something that I could spend some time with for quite a while. I really do enjoy the presentation, like I said a couple of times, and, you know, that starts a pretty cool chain of events most of the time. When the presentation is right, the gameplay has a cool premise, just kind of follow that to the ending conclusion, wherever that happens to go. But I think we're actually just going to keep this as a super short episode, because I don't want to actually get us to the point where I just basically crash the game based on how many things are going on. I had a max of about 70 offspring in a prior run just while I was dancing around here trying to get a feel for what's happening, and it was pretty chuggy by that point, so we're just going to kind of go up into the sky and we can get a nice zoomed out view of everything that's happening. I'm not sure how well things seem to scale. I imagine there's probably some sort of a level of distance thing that happens as well. But from this point of view, I don't think really that is happening. Yeah, we're down to like 10 frames per second. Well, that stinks. But anyway, you get the idea. It's a nice thing. It's a nice little experiment. I look forward to revisiting this potentially if it continues to be developed. And I hope you enjoyed a little visit into Grow. So if you want to, feel free to go check out this proof of concept / prototype for yourself. There is a link in the description, so you can go ahead and download it. Do some experimenting, see if you can figure out anything about it in particular that I haven't already covered. There may be more to it even than I've seen. Maybe there's interactions that happen with these offspring that I haven't quite gotten to. They do seem to like to stay around wherever there's some green, so that kind of makes sense considering it's kind of the point. All of these guys over here seem to be the exception to the rule. But if you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, because that certainly helps me out quite a bit. You can see the trees growing in real time here. They're growing up faster than the fable trees, I suppose, that Peter Molyneux always promised us. But I hope to see you back for another episode tomorrow. New episodes of Indie Impressions go up every single day, so I will see you back later. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a fantastic night. Talk to you later, everybody.